One of the most important things that you need to work on when you reach that special time, that certain age, is to make sure you're doing the right things with your body. You're doing the right exercise for yourself. If you've been finding that you can't seem to lose the weight or you're losing muscle mass, you definitely want to be listening to this video. I'm going to share with you 5 tips what you want to focus on at this stage in life in order to keep yourself super healthy and strong and fit and at your ideal weight. My name is Laura and I have been a life coach, yoga educator for over 30 years, and I really specialize in wellness in general too. It's just getting yourself feeling really, really good. Now, I actually have my master's in exercise physiology. Exercise is my thing. And I have exercised regularly since I was 15 years old. I was a bodybuilder, I taught aerobics, I've been a yoga teacher for over 30 years. And I really struggled when I reached that certain age. I gained about 20 pounds and I was doing all the things because I know what to do to lose weight. I know how to do it well. I know how to keep myself healthy, and I struggled and really, really had a hard time. So in 2024, last year, I decided to do a deep dive into my wellness because I thought, I know what I'm supposed to be doing. How come nothing is working? And I looked at lots of areas of my life and I slowly built in new habits and did tons of research into figuring out what it is that I needed to do. And it worked. And I wanted to help others. So I've already done a video on sleep, how to improve your sleep, relaxation, because that is one of the most important things you can do at this stage in our lives. And also my last video was on how to get your energy and focus back, or at least improve it a lot. This is the final video in the series. Unless you have some extra questions, feel free to ask them below, and I'm happy to do more. I was thinking about doing a video on helping you have your Thrive year, so giving you a full 12-month guide. So let me know if that's of interest for you. And for now, I'm going to share with you 5 tips, 5 things that you want to be thinking about at this stage. And I also, at the end, I want to help you take those first steps, because I don't want you to just watch this video and have life go back the way it always has been. I want to help you take those first steps. So be sure you stay to the end. I will help you prioritize. So if you're ready, let's get into this. One of the things I found a little tricky about exercise and talking to you about exercise is really, it's a part of all of the videos, right? It's going to help you sleep. It's going to help you relax. And exercise will also help you with your energy and focus. So really, it's been a part of every video. I wanted to do a separate one because there are some very specific things that you want to keep in mind. So that's what we're going to go over. Now, these are not in any particular order because all of them are equally important. I will share a bonus one at the end that might be applicable to you and it might not. I'll share more when we get to it. All right, exercise tip number 1, zone 2 exercise. Okay, the zones refer to your heart rate and as a percentage of your max heart rate. You can Google what yours is, you can figure it out based on your age range, but think of it as exercise where you know you're working out, but you can still talk. You're not out of breath. Maybe you can't sing, but you can talk. You are pushing yourself a little bit. It is a faster walk, but not a speed walk and not a stroll. So zone 2 exercise is where you want to hang out, and we are talking as much as possible. Walking is a great way to do it. That is my main way of getting my zone 2 exercise. Outdoors, preferably. I live in Minnesota. It is currently about 15 below in the middle of winter. I have a walking pad that really, really changes the game for me. I love my walking pad. One of the things I recommend is to do the zone 2 throughout the day. So it doesn't have to be an hour at once. It can be 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. I like to do a little bit of walking throughout the day because it also helps with my energy And that also helps with my sleep. It also helps with, boy, it helps with a lot of things, with relaxation. So it helps me, expend some of that stress that I may have built up. And it gives me a break from work. So maybe if you're, taking a break from work, you're going to go to the bathroom, do a lap around the office, go get some water or coffee or whatever. Take yourself outside for a little fresh air and then come back inside. The more you can break it up, I was going to say the better, but really it's because it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be all at once. And if you break it up, it has other benefits, like your energy levels. That said, if you want to do it all at once, that's fine too, okay? Get your walking in, get your zone 2 exercise, however that shows up for you. Number 2, and this one is really important, and that is strength training. You have got to be lifting heavy weights and pushing your body to the max. And don't worry, you're not going to bulk up. It's very hard to bulk up. You've got to do really specific things to bulk up. We just want to maintain our muscle fiber. We start to lose our muscle fiber, I believe it's in the mid-30s. And it just keeps going away. So in order to maintain it, we want to build strength. So you want to be doing heavy weights at least a couple of times a week. Number 3, core work. Oh, please, for the love of God, work your core, because that's going to help prevent injury. Yes, your core work are your abs, absolutely, and your back. That helps support your spine. Core work is also around the shoulder blades because that'll protect your shoulders. So getting work around the shoulder blades and your butt, your glutes, because that's going to help with lower back issues, knee issues, etc. Work your core very specifically. These muscles are crucial for protecting you from injury. Number 4, stretch your body. You want to keep your flexibility or get it back if you've lost it, or maybe you've never had it and it's time to work on it, because we're just going to lose more and more flexibility as we age. And working on our flexibility is going to help our bodies feel good. It's going to help with the tension in the body, so it'll help with stress. It's going to help you relax. It's going to help you sleep better. So many good things. And if I could put a plug in for yoga, this is a great time to be tapping into a yoga practice. Now, if you're a little nervous about starting it, I have a super beginner, in fact, the complete beginner yoga series you can check out. The link is below for that. Okay, so the bonus tip for you, this is number 5, is to do some HIIT workouts. Okay, now this isn't for everybody. For most people probably, but not necessarily for everyone. This is high intensity interval training. And here's the thing, when you do high intensity training, it releases cortisol, and we are sensitive to cortisol. So you can learn more about that in the second video I did on relaxation. I talk about it. But that sensitivity, that extra sensitivity to cortisol is what's affecting our sleep, our belly fat, so many fun things, right? So here's the thing. High intensity interval training, though, can really boost your metabolism. So what I recommend is testing it. Do it maybe once a week, only for about 15 minutes. You can Google exercise videos on YouTube. There are so many great ones out there, and just find a high intensity that's short, 15 minutes, and see how it feels. Like for me, this is not good for me. I have an issue with cortisol. I had an addiction. I used to joke adrenaline was my drug of choice, which is another stress hormone, so adrenaline and cortisol. And when I do high intensity, it wipes me out for about 48 hours, like in bed, exhausted. So I still can't quite do this, but it might be the perfect thing for you that just boosts your metabolism. Just try it once a week and do it no more than 2, maybe 3 times a week. And again, just for 15 minutes. Even if you are set and it feels really good for you, no more than about 15 minutes. That is all you need to do without giving you all of that cortisol hit, right? And just see how it goes. If you start to lose the weight, then that's fantastic. If you feel like I'm actually gaining weight, then stop and revert to that zone 2. And you still want to be keeping up the zone 2 with this as well. That is absolutely crucial. All right, so where to begin? You've got all this information now. I know it can feel a little bit overwhelming. I always say start small. And when that becomes consistent, then add a little something. And if I were to recommend where to begin, and I'm going to because that's why you're here, it would be to start walking. Get that walking habit in. Just start with 3 times a week. If that's all you feel like you can do, just begin to work on getting 5 minutes of walk at lunch. Just upping what you have always done and doing a little bit more and then adding another day. Just start with a little something. The second thing I would recommend is to add in some stretching. So when you increase the walking, that's going to affect your body because you're using muscles more. And so just add a little bit of stretching in to counteract that walking. So you're stretching your calves and your hamstrings and your quadriceps, the front of your thighs. And just start there and see how that goes. Play with it. Do it for a month. Give yourself time to make it a habit. Then I recommend adding in some core work. So when you start to work with your core, you're going to be building up the muscles that help protect your body from injury. So you're getting yourself built up a little bit before you add the strength training, which is the last piece. So get your core built up, working on your belly, your back, shoulder blades, glutes. And again, you can check out YouTube, so many good videos there, and you can find some really good ones to tap into if you're not quite sure what to do. Then I would begin to play with strength training. So maybe this is month 3 or 4. You're taking time, you're getting your body used to moving again, and you are stepping into an exercise routine. So strength training would be last. You've already been moving your body. You're stretching your body. You've got a little core built up, and now you're moving into strength training. And I will say that if you've never done this before, I would highly recommend hiring someone to help you out just for the first few to get yourself set up so you don't injure yourself. Especially when you're doing true strength training, which is you're maxing out how much you can lift. Like you are doing 6 bicep curls and you cannot do a 7th. Then you really want to get some help to make sure you're doing it correctly. It is worth it. I am telling you, this is so important in order to maintain the muscle fiber we have in our bodies. And last, far from least, try the HIIT trainings. Try some high intensity interval training and see how it goes. See how it feels. Again, like I mentioned before, do it once. See how it feels. And then try it again and see how it feels. And just notice if it's helping you. Give yourself, if you're not feeling exhausted like I do afterwards, the cortisol really does a number on me, then test it for about a month and see if you start losing weight, or if you're gaining weight, or if you're not losing weight anymore and you were losing weight, then you'll know. You'll know whether or not that is something that you can do. I am working on adding that in. That is something that I want to do. I just need to keep working myself off the adrenaline and cortisol and healing my body in my own journey that I started last year so that I can step into that when I'm ready. All right, and that does it. Be sure you check out the other videos. I have one again on sleep, relaxation, and energy. And if you are looking specifically to release some of that belly fat, I do have a free checklist with my wellness community that you can check out here. I'll put the link below for it, and you can go grab that and get some extra tips for losing the belly fat, especially if you are really struggling with it, because again, things change at this stage in our life. All right, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Let me know if you're interested in having a video that talks you through all the things and helps guide you through your own year to thrive. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you in the next video.